existed before Lutheranism was a thing, and way, way, way before that, even before humans.
Yeah,
were
you're
a
talking
thing.
about
It's
Copernicus.
No,
Like the idea
no,
of
it
balls in
existed.
space.
What? No. It existed. All of this stuff that we know and prove today has existed forever. And there's no possible idea, there's no possible situation where a government can just change that and have control over it without implementing some time
Even
travel
before the
theories, because there's
Aztecs.
no way people in medieval era will be able to literally change gravitational ideals based to change people's opinions on how things work. It's round. We've proved it. We revolve around the sun, which revolves around around the black
the
hole.
things that are obviously deceitful, you lose because you take a lot of things on faith. Like what's the speed of light, right?
There is
Like
no
speed of light. What's the speed of light?
Light is non-measurable.
Speed of light. It's fast as fuck. No, you can measure it, but it's not very accurate because it depends on the environment.
defined,
No, it is a
I'm
form
saying
of
you cannot
radiation.
measure
Visible light is a form of radiation, but technically all radiation is a light. It's just we can't detect it.
Yes.
The
better question is,
radio's the longest, gamma's the shortest.
There's consensus.
Wavelength.
You have to just assume things based on definition.
No, you can't assume.
That's what you have to do.
That is what you were doing.
Okay, so what are you trying to get at? So like, what's the main point? What are you trying to get at right now?
What I'm telling you is that you can just go past the people telling you things and look for yourself and find that they're wrong. It's possible.
They're right.
So
they're not infallible.
What do you? No, he's right. It's possible to do that, but in the context we're talking about it, no, it is impossible.
Are you sure?
First of all,
obviously everyone was born thinking that way, right? Everyone, me included. No one was outside of this paradigm, right? It takes a lot of effort.
No
one
outside
this paradigm.
Outside of the lithosphere.
Your argument has already been
not the lithosphere, the stratosphere.
It's not been 100% proven.
The stratosphere.
It has been.
We haven't even gotten into any we haven't even debated Michelson Morley or any of the topics I brought up. We've gone way past that into abstracts.
No, I thought we were talking about space. I just joined here. I thought we were talking about the Earth and shit.
Yeah,
what's the point? Okay.
Well, the point he wanted some
so what is your proposition
of the Earth being stationary, not Earth being flat, and that was Michelson Morley's experiments.
But those
explain this to me then.
Yeah, the experiment was by the way, Michelson.
If the Earth was stationary.
Yes.
If the Earth was stationary, how will the sun travel to make day and night?
That's
what I'm talking about. You've already gone.
So what do you think? We are at the center of the universe,
that you're talking about is called the Copernican cosmology, which is balls in space, right?
How do we get trees?
Right. Listen, the sun would be small.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, yes.
It would be in the clouds.
How do we have wind patterns? Why do the trade winds exist?
Diamagnetic opposition. Rotation. The sun and the moon would be the same size.
It has nothing to do with magnetic fields. It has to do with the rotation of the Earth. Because we have dry and wet humid spots of rising
you're asking me what my cosmology is. I'm not debating your cosmology.
They circulate around the equator of the Earth. And
I understand that. We all went to school.
Right,
Listen,
and then
we all
the
went to
winds
school.
spin the opposite direction, so they spin towards the right. When facing the direction.
Dude, we all went to school, man. You're explaining 6th grade math.
Yeah. It's not math. It's actually
are you an astrologer?
It's always math. An astrologer?
It's not math. Wind direction is not math.
What do you mean? Do I have a degree in astrology?
I'm just saying, are you an astrologer?
I mean, I guess. I like astrology.
Then how do you think these things?
Because I can like the ideas and then find the falsehoods within them.
Astronomy.
I like the idea of space, but it's just not really compatible.
Astronomy. You mean?
Dude, fuck.
Oh God. Astrology is macrocosmic. Fucking patterns.
Dude, astrology. Astrology is just Harry Potter houses for not nerds.
Okay.
Well, astrology is far older. Today, it's Harry Potter fucking Make-A-Wish nonsense, but The ideas behind it
On
are
what
very
basis?
much built in
What's your
facts.
star sign?
Fucking lagging.
Okay. So right now I'm very confused and mildly disappointed.
I am too, and I've been here for the entire thing. Then again, I was on a phone call.
We haven't gone too far in the conversation. I was hoping I could like, you know, make a spiel on Michelson and Morley, but we don't get too far into it.
There are many fallacious errors in your sentences.
Go on,
and you are just going in circles.
Listen, you're just saying words now,
Just go
man.
on.
I haven't actually managed to say anything. You interrupt me before I can.
But you have said so much. Please continue.
I've said very little. Alright, we down for this?
Okay.
You gonna interrupt me halfway through because you don't like what I said?
We never said you.
No? I agree
No, we're
with you.
allowed
I
to
believe
object.
you.
That's the point of conversation. We're allowed to
Well,
object.
you asked me what's my cosmology, and then I started explaining it, and you're like, well, it's wrong. Here's why. And I'm like,
Yeah,
well, you
that's
asked
what
me
a
to
conversation
explain it,
is.
not debate
That's
it.
how people learn.
No, you asked me to explain something. If you ask me what's 2 plus 2, and you think
but-
2 plus 2 is
No, but
5,
explaining something doesn't,
doesn't really
mean
matter. I'm
the
just
thing
telling
you're
you what 2
explaining
plus
has
2
to be
is.
right. It's just you're
No.
explaining how you think that way.
Explaining something does not is not law.
I'm not
Just
saying that
because
I'm
you
right.
explained
You asked me to explain something.
You are
I started
saying-
explaining it. You interrupted me.
You are explaining.
That's
it
how
like
that went
you
down,
think
man.
You are right. The point of a debate.
I
a
do. I believe that I'm
conversation,
right,
an
but you don't
argument,
have to believe me, and I'm not telling you to believe me. But you asked me to explain it.
If you debate.
But what do you believe in?
The
What do you
Waco
think is
siege.
right?
I believe it's a massive fabrication,
See that?
specifically because we found out it was wrong in 1989, and that most of the mathematics outside of like the atmosphere, like gravity when dealing with deep space, all that's wrong. There is no length contraction. There's no spaghettification. There are no black holes. There is no dark matter or dark energy. These are incongruencies with math. We went from
You're going back
using
to one
real experiments to equations and theoreticals,
realize that.
and we built on
This is-
theoreticals.
I think this is what he's trying to get at. This is what you're trying to get at. You're saying, okay, black holes, wormholes, dark matter are all proved with mathematical formulas, and you are kind of calling bullshit to those mathematical formulas, correct?
I have
Yes.
noticed one thing.
Okay, so you are unfaithful
That does
in the
make sense.
mathematical formulas that our world's smartest. And I'm not
Novel.
knocking you for thinking this is
No.
bullshit. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying we had our world's best on these formulas, on these equations, and they've proved these. But it does leave some room for reasonable doubt. But is the best we have and is the most accurate based on actual observed evidence, because we know black holes exist, because we see disturbances. Black holes aren't exactly a giant black hole. It's a singularity at the center, drawing mass inward to itself. It's actually massive. It's just all stars, but
Well,
light
also-
can't escape,
listen,
so it
you
can't
said a
show you
lot
all
of
the
things
mass.
that
We've
require
seen
a
It
lot
show
of
you
assumptions.
exactly what it is.
We've seen
I understand
gaseous
that. Yeah,
The first is
it's
the-
through
the-
mathematical
well, the first
equations.
assumption-
But we have seen black holes. We have seen it through telescope images. We've seen them.
That's what you believe. I don't
The
believe that
Webster
we have. I
telescope
don't believe the
shadow.
images are
Good
real.
example.
Well, no.
A what?
And there's also
Webster
the
James Webb.
mass,
James
the mass gaseous
Yes.
ejections.
Webster,
from the
you could have
center
started
of
the sentence
And
with
then
anything
galaxy
else,
for years.
and it would have sounded a little bit better. But Webster's it's the worst. I don't like Webster.
All right, dude,
But,
we're
Said the
having a
Webster
conversation about
telescope.
space, not fucking grammar. This ain't 8th grade English.
No, not like the dictionary. It's just Webster as an organization. It's just full of really awful people.
Where is your evidence of this?
That's a different topic for a different day.
I mean, you want to just type in Webster and then type in
I mean,
sex
to be
trafficking crimes?
fair-
You can go ahead and do that
to
if
be
you want
fair,
to, man. You
I'm-
have a
I'm a
great
firm
time there.
believer
Oh,
anything-
it
anyone
actually
that
did
has-
happen. Yeah, they had a little bit of a problem with that, the Websters.
Interesting.
Did it?
I'm
Because I
being
made that
honest,
up
anyone
right
that's
now. I
above-
made that up right fucking now. It's
No,
not
the
real.
Webster, the
I
Webster
just said
family.
that.
The Webster family. Dude, they had something.
Probably. Probably.
They were
the thing
associated
is, I can
with-
lie like that, and it'll probably be true. But listen.
Have you been
man,
lying this
alright?
whole fucking time, man? Actually confusing me.
No, everything I've said up until this point was 100% my own thoughts. But he tried to say, "Where's your proof of that?" Like I'm just gonna have a dictionary of people's crimes in my back pocket.
Well, you know of the
I mean, to make
subject.
those claims, you gotta. To make those claims, you gotta.
You gotta know what the
You gotta have
subject is
credentials.
those
If I had
things.
credentials, would you believe my claims more? What if I just had credentials and I lied to you?
No,
That's the problem, man. People have credentials and they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Up to consideration. It's literally a...
Well, yeah, but you can.
A fallacy?
To tell
You're sitting
me-
here throwing
Tests
these words
such
at
as-
me.
Tell us
I don't care about your
that
fallacies
Webster
or your
has done these
opinions
things.
based
You
on
have
like these
no
preconceived
claims,
fucking
no-
packaged argument deals.
He is being
You know
a
what else is a
hypocrite.
fallacy? A
He
slippery
does not
slope.
see it.
A slippery slope fallacy is considered an argumentative error when it's just obvious.
Which is
If
what
you
you were
fucking do
making.
something, you get away with it, you're gonna fucking go down a slippery slope. You're gonna get worse. The entire idea of fallacies
Speaking with his
as
ghosts
arguments
and
is
servants.
wrong.
This conversation all over the place.
Yes.
Is all over the place.
Well, I see that. I'm like, who's this? Because I just got
It
the
is.
information.
You
Yeah.
lack
Random
context.
person.
I'm making a lot of good points, but you don't have the information necessary to have the context to get my references.
We have the information. It just doesn't add up on what you're saying.
No, wait,
You clearly don't have the information. I'm offering information, but you won't allow me to give it to you.
bro basically said
Information
you're
that is
not
wrong.
educated enough to understand my words. That's the claim.
Not
that was
educated.
made.
That means
Educated is not equivalent to intelligence. Education, the entire like academic center is a
Education
game.
leads to intelligence.
They don't
Lock a child
actually
in the basement
innovate,
for
they
the first
just
12
play a
years of his
game.
life. He's not going to do it. He's not going to know how to do math. Okay, education leads to intelligence. Able
Intelligence
to
is
retain the
the
information you learned during your life is intelligence.
intelligence is the potential for knowledge.
High
Rote
IQ but no
memorization
training
is
is
not
nothing.
intelligence. I mean, it's definitely indicated.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It's
But
like
it doesn't
it's
mean you're
like
actually
having the
intelligent.
biggest factory complex in the world, and yet having 2 bricks, a stick of gum, and a half quart of semen, and being expected to make 13,000 tanks out of it.
You can
Dude,
lock
you can
a
teach
kid,
anyone
a kid
anything.
born
It
with
doesn't mean they
210
understand how
IQ.
it works.
You can lock a kid born
Yeah.
with 210 IQ in a basement, not have him attend school, nothing, and he will not be the smartest man in the world.
And I
No.
can tell
He
you
won't
right
be
now,
the smartest
to
man in the
be
world according
smarter
to
is
whatever
mindful
academic
of
centers you
race.
send them to. If you have someone
What?
with 210 IQ and you don't send them to school,
What?
all that's happened is they haven't learned the shit you learn in school. They still have 210
Exactly,
IQ.
they haven't learned anything.
You
so
would
can't
misjudge
acquire
that
them.
person then
You-
because they wouldn't have stuck with the paradigm. They wouldn't have stuck with the normal. So you wouldn't know they were smart, but they were.
I mean, yeah, the
Yeah,
smartest
no, but
person
they-
is probably
no, but they're
somewhere in
not
Africa and
really-
they died
they're
a
smart.
long time ago.
They're subjectively
Yeah,
smart,
scientists got frozen to death.
but in their situation, they're not actually smart because they don't know. They sure,
No, they're
if given the
objectively
information,
smart.
they
but
would have been
you
able
can't-
to
You
recite
can't know
it.
they're smart because they're
And-
not playing the game. So you don't understand
Yeah.
them, and they don't understand you.
Yeah,
That's
Sure.
literally all
You
that's
mean
happening.
subjectively
Okay.
smart.
Using a simile here.
Dude, just because you can do math
From
and
what-
geometry doesn't mean you're smart, man.
Okay, I need to get this across.
That's why I
right
said
quick.
subjectively.
So
not
correct me if I'm
objectively.
wrong. But what you're
Yes.
essentially saying is, to put this in a simile's sake, you're saying that someone is smart in the same sense of someone is great at sex, even though they have never had sex. Still great. They're still great at it. They're just never gonna do it.
just no one knows. Just no one
You're
knows.
equating
No one knows you're smart.
academics
You don't
with
have the
intelligence. and
facilities
this is a really
to
bad thing
say
to do,
that.
man. They're not the same thing. One is biological and one is learned.
Yes,
Well,
But it's an
but
analogy.
they go
It's
hand
an
in hand.
analogy. It's not. They do go hand in hand.
They go hand
It's
in
it's
hand.
analogy.
Yes.
Well, they go hand in hand, but they're not the same
You
thing.
cannot
Going hand in
learn
hand is
how
not the
to
same
have
thing.
Sex unless you go to sex ed and learn the safeties. And
you
what
can
and what
use
not to do.
one to increase the other.
You can't learn to have sex until you just start having sex with a bunch of people and someone teaches you through experience, really. You can't learn it through
That's
a book,
called
man.
learning. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Well, you can learn it through a book. Yeah.
I mean, dude, having sex is sticking your dick in a vagina. What you're talking about is pleasuring
You
a woman
can't
and being
know
a
what
good partner
vagina is
in
if
sexual
you don't
activities. Once again, these
know
are
what it
two
looks
separate
like.
things. One is biology and the
No,
other one
it's
is
both
learned.
sexual activity, so it's the same thing. One is intercourse.
Having
unless
sex,
you're not
right? The
planning
act
to
of
have a
mating and
child,
having
but
a
the
child
sexual-
is
the act
ejaculating
of
within a woman.
intercourse is
You
the same
can't
thing
fail
as
that
sexual
task
activity.
as long as you have a penis. Unless you don't know where the hole is, and you physically can't figure it
I
out.
need sleep.
Yeah, the good idea.
Goodbye, Stealthy.
Probably for
My
the best.
mind is already breaking
See
because all I
stuff.
can hear is, "Oh, I need a medic bag."
Yeah, anyway, if you want me to send you videos of the sun being like inside the clouds, from the cockpit of
The
planes,
sun.
or anything else,
Sun
really. I can give you all the
It's
information you need.
Yeah, that'd be saying.
An optical
It's
illusion.
called
glare. It is
You can
called
see it with your
glare on the
eyes, and we
top of
can
it.
use like literal negative imaging to fucking see the clouds being backlit from behind the sun.
That is
What
not
is
It's an
negative.
optical
What
illusion.
is negative
Sun
imaging?
in the fucking cloud.
It is. It's all the evidence you would require for anything. You just
Yeah.
don't have the
Wow,
credentials.
bro.
You just don't believe it because it doesn't have credentials.
No, you are.
I mean, it's
showing
that-
an
Like, you
image
kind of
know,
need
like-
of
credentials
a
to believe
cockpit being
something.
glared
Some
from the
random
sun.
guy can put out UFO
Tell me
footage.
this: why is
You
the
wouldn't
sky
believe it.
blue?
But if the federal government puts out UFO
Scotty,
footage,
I
there's a
know
good
you know
chance you're
this
gonna believe it a
answer.
little bit better. Yeah.
Do not answer.
Fucking
I know you know
refraction
this
in the
answer.
atmosphere.
Why is this? Why is the sky blue?
That reminds me like the Bible.
It's refraction in the atmosphere. It's light
I'm gonna
refraction
need more
coming
than
through
that.
the atmosphere,
Okay,
a dense
that's good.
particle, dense atmosphere.
Yeah,
That's the
because
explanation
the
that we give
atmosphere
you.
absorbs all the other light but blue, so blue shows the most. Just like, say for example, this
How
was
do we
a
have
real
an
life situation.
atmosphere,
Like
then? Why do we have
he
an
isn't
atmosphere?
actually like
The same
red
way
or
we have
velvet.
sundogs and
He's
rainbows,
every color.
there's a
Light
literal
absorbs
fucking
every color
dome.
except the velvet.
unironically.
Does that mean I'm a little black?
You mean a metaphorical
never
dome
mind.
or a physical dome?
No, I mean a physical dome made of solid frozen CO2 that we've pulled rods out of during Operation High Jump in 1949, which you can go on the CIA.government website and read about for yourself.
I believe my conversation is done here.
Yeah, this is over.
I have
This is
all the
over.
information
So
I need.
anyways,
Yes,
how was your
indeed.
day today?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Just like
Who
the
was
furry
that? Or
haters.
was this random?
Let me do a bio check real quick. 1973 CIA afterlife experiments, the source of all religion, the truth of all magic, how to perform miracles like Jesus. The moon is a plasma mirror, prophetic dreams in the moon, and woman inside them. How to write in the sky,
What?
deleting clouds. How to astral travel.
Of course, he is a Hopkins.
Use dreams to win the lottery. Create orbs of light. Heal others. Cure mental illness. Death is an
Oh, I've met
illusion.
you before.
Time is an illusion. Fallen God in scenario.
Are you telling me
Myth-
that my dead
mythopo-
grandmother is an illusion?
Mythopodic. God word creation. Staff
think they
of
know you.
light. God rod.
Alright.
This motherfucker a trusted
Hey.
user? That's
Hey,
his
sorry.
bio?
Sir,
You a trusted user?
do you mind if I headbutt you? Like, give you headbutt?
I am available for head pats.
I mean, hold on. Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah. It's a moral dilemma. What
I
are you
mean,
looking at?
him, he, like,
What are you looking at?
no, no, I'm not going off, like, what you are, or anything like that. See him?
Dang.
He's racist. He's racist.
He's technically a minor.
He's racist.
So-
This is cool.
I think I can. You, not to be rude, but I don't know, man. Haven't had the best luck with,
Why?
because in that heart attack.
A motherfucker.
Is he still
You must
here?
stay focused,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
Bro,
Just breathe.
he's a conspiracist. He probably thinks JFK is still alive
Of
and is
course.
living under the White House as we speak. He's probably one of those people.
Probably, you never know, man. This world's crazy.
Yeah, bro got sniped but came back. It was crazy. He got reincarnated. This would be like, bro. What the fuck?
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? I just watched like a whole fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson speech about like space time and stuff, and and then I watched the epic rap battles, Isaac Newton versus Bill Nye. It was absolutely awesome. So I'm fully loaded up on astronomy knowledge.
Where's that flat earther? I got more questions.
Why is Walter White?
No, he's not a flat earther
Alright.
necessarily. He just believes the Earth doesn't move. I don't know how.
No, Scott. He said there's a literal dome.
You know, he said there's a dome of CO2.
Shouldn't we all be
Technically, it's
dead
called
then?
the atmosphere, but it's not a dome. It's not a dome.
He said he said
What up?
CO2, solid CO2. That would mean we're dead.
Oh, then no.
That would mean we're dead.
No.
That would mean we're dead.
Then no.
If you know what CO2 does to the human body, what raw CO2 can do.
You watch way too much American Horror Story. I'll be honest
with
you. I can see how you're.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, too much of anything is bad, but raw fucking CO2 just shoved up there.
Why
Oh,
leave? Why just leave the world?
I don't know. Get
Nice.
your ass
Don't forget the bear.
out of my face.
I got a
Don't
new
forget
headset.
the
And
bear.
it's
Don't forget the bear.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You're so short. I didn't see you there. I'm sorry.
Okay, sure.
You have to understand.
You throw the 3-year-old child on the grill.
I just wanted to give him some headphones, man.
Wait, what?
I would.
Throw the 3-year-old child
Wait, what?
on the grill.
Wait, what?
On the grill. On the grill.
No. Train tracks, maybe, but no.
You throw the dog on the grill. Throw the cat on the grill.
Hey, Scott, you know I need
Okay.
On the grill.
Don't do that, man.
Is he trying to be intimidating? Because he's just being cute.
I did not want to tell that dude I was 14, because then he would have said, "Oh, you're 14. You know nothing about astronomy." No, it says Bible. No, it says Bible. No, it's thank God it says Bible.
No. No, it says
Bible will be with two B's. Two B's. It might say different.
because the E, it would say Bibil. It says Bibil. Given the American standard American language, it says Bibil. Bibil.
It's actually Bible.
Capital
Did
B.
he ever
because
read
the
verses
no,
from
no,
the
simple
Bible?
elementary math.
My bad, bro,
E
my bad.
jumps over the L, and the B is now capital B, so it's Babil.
No. 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 No.
Babil. It's Babil. It's Babil.
Bibi, motherfucker.